Overall, college is widely viewed as the way to maintain or enhance one's personal, professional, or even class status. Most people just assume that if you can go to college, then you should go to college. But you know how we do here. No decision is complete without a little bit of analysis. If college truly does have a value, then that value should be quantifiable in some way. These would be learning, career, socialization, access, and financial growth. Wouldn't the cost of attending college have to provide a greater overall return than if you hadn't attended college at all? If this is the case, then there has to be a checklist of value that we can use to determine if attending college is worth it. And not just college overall, but specific to the college that you would plan to attend. On the indirect side, how much am I willing to pay to learn more about this subject? Or is college a prerequisite to pursue the career that I want to go for? Or will the socialization or social aspect of this college specifically impact my outcomes in a tangible way? Or is there some valuable access that I will obtain? However, maybe the most important question is the direct question tied to financial outcomes. Is the financial return of attending this specific college going to make for a good return on investment?
The cost of college has risen dramatically. In fact, it has actually tripled since 1980. Wages for the bottom 90% only grew 26% during that same time period. So asking how, why, if you're ever going to attend college have never been more prudent questions to answer. The cost of tuition and fees at a four-year public university in 1963 was $263 annually, which would be about $2,500 today. That same public university today costs $12,000 annually. The average student loan fees per individual have amounted to about $39K, which is 3 times where it was just 2 decades ago. And it's gonna take approximately 20 years on average to pay that off. These numbers can rise exponentially when you start to talk about private colleges, out-of-state colleges, or other specialty institutions. What we haven't touched on is the opportunity cost of attending college. For many, when they're thinking about attending college, they're thinking about a traditional 4-year university where you're a full-time student. For most people, that means not being able to hold a full-time job. So now, in addition to paying tuition and living expenses, you'll also be giving up some form of wages. So that brings us back to, how do you determine if college is right for you? You need to understand what it is that you seek to achieve from college, and then make sure that you've set yourself up to actually achieve that. Is the value you seek more intangible, or are you seeking tangible benefits like financial earnings? What we would recommend is that you start to gather information specific to the college or universities that you are interested in, and start to better understand what that return on investment would look like by understanding your expected value. Look out for our next video where we'll be breaking down all of the metrics that you should be assessing